It's April 13th. We're almost to the coffee shop. How's everybody doing today? Good morning, random, or evening to you, I would say. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. We're going to a little coffee shop we went to last week. Has some really nice outdoor seating. It's 40 degrees outside Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is in Celsius, but it's pretty darn cold. But it'll be okay. I can power through. I go outside patios because, I'm not making a bunch of noises, talking to myself in a restaurant like a crazy person. Plus, if they play music in the background, it messes up my YouTube video. A bunch of reasons why. But yeah, that's why we're going there. Johnny B, what's going on, my man? Gonna hit the club. Uh-oh. Johnny B at the club. You can't be packing inside the club, sir. Don't use the crosswalk. Just walk over anywhere you want, people. That's fine. Anywho. 40 degrees, but it's sunny outside. It's a nice 40 degrees outside. If there is such a thing. Dun, 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 dun. Where's my little street? Here it is, right here. North Finley Street. Last time it took me the opposite direction. I brought my laptop and a couple other things with me as well today. So, yeah. My paranoia kicked in last week. People staring at me like I was some kind of freak with a dildo on my forehead or something. I don't know what they were looking at me like for. They were fixated on me for some reason. I was not the norm. I guess some people thought, oh, this is our little sanctuary. This is our little dining place. I didn't know the freaks came here too. Yeah, we had the first customer again, which is fine. It's just an old something you say that one of my commanders used to say to people in the army if they're being a jerk or stupid or whatever, and it's like, that's something he would say. Oh, Lucifer's here. Hello, Lucifer. And Ramesh as well. Let's go get some coffee. What do you guys say? Get a cup of coffee and a pastry because it's tasty. Yeah. 40 degrees. That's how the weather is here in Georgia. One day it'll be 90 degrees, and then the next day it'll be 40 degrees. It's awesome. Oh, the birds are chirping. It's called Big City Bread Cafe. And they have a huge breakfast crowd. Huge breakfast crowd. Last time they did not have music playing inside. If they do, I'll have to mute it. So just be ready for that. Let's go in here and get some coffee. I don't know what kind of Denver ripoff music they were playing in there, but it sucked. Trying to be hip and cool, man. See if I can set all this down without spilling everything. What's going on, Ramesh? Oh man, I gotta set this down. I'm ill prepared this morning. Really didn't want to even get up this morning. I had a headache last night for no reason. In the middle of the night, I had a headache, and then this morning it was gone. So that was kind of odd. Get this going. Thank you for bearing with me for a moment while I shuffle and get things together. There we are. Ta-da! See how nice it is out here? You could leave the bad jokes for Terry. Nice. Well, that was the strangest thing. I woke up in the middle of the night with a splitting headache. And I wasn't drinking or anything. It's just a really bad headache. And then this morning, it was gone. Kind of odd. Maybe I'm going to have an aneurysm. You get to catch it online. I will grasp the sun and I will squeeze the sun. I will squeeze it. I will squeeze the sun. Pinch the sun. Pinch it. Pinch the sun. Okay. Doing a bunch of grilling. Yeah, Wesley had some alcohol and I had the headache. What's up with that? Pinching the sun. Well, you know, I've kept my distance from the sun, so I'm not, you know, I'm not getting burned. You ever seen that Kids in the Hall? That Kids in the Hall series? And I Squish Your Head? That's the old thing. That's from the 90s. They would have this thing where a guy'd be like sitting in the park and he'd watch people go by. He goes, I crush your head. He put his hand under it, pretends like he's crushing people. Hey Daniel, how's it going? Okay. Hey Liz, hey Daniel. And the other Kids in the Hall. They probably tried to bring that show back. Kids in the Hall. I don't think it did as well. At the time, it was kind of racy. At the time, you know what I'm saying? Where the guys would dress up as women and they'd do different skits. And it was just entertaining and fun and silly. But today, that's the norm. So it's not as fun and entertaining anymore. That's why I don't think they came back with another series of it. They tried, but yeah. Phone? Yeah, mine doesn't have a SIM card anymore either. They do everything internally now. Did you go Mint Mobile? Is that why you got the $20? What was the golden era of television? I think that's pretty much anybody. Everybody has their own golden era. Maybe it's some when they grow up and they're young and they like the morning shows, or in their 20s with things like Kids in the Hall, like I did. Yeah. Some people like the old 50s and 60s, Leave It to Beaver and Beverly Hills Hillbillies. I like the Three Stooges. And they were out in the 30s and 40s. So, Felix, I have Google as my cell phone provider. For me, my golden era, I would have to, it'd probably be the 90s. But I don't know. I don't remember, I was watching like Beavis and Butthead and stuff like that. 90s show shits on it. Yeah, watch The Fresh Prince, Full House, watch those shows, stuff like that. Seinfeld was the best ones ever. Seinfeld's amazing. Seinfeld's a show about nothing. They had a couple episodes on that. MASH. Oh, my dad liked MASH. My brother liked the show MASH. I couldn't get into that one, but I was younger, a lot younger then. It's a show about nothing, nothing to understand. It's just totally random stuff they do, and they get caught in these predicaments or whatever, and it all circles back at the end, and yeah. Yep. Really? I liked it way better than the show Friends. Friends was just so unrealistic. I couldn't relate to it anyway. You had like 6 or 7 super attractive people living in a high rise in the big city with no jobs. It's like they always go to the coffee shop. Yeah, I hated that. I did not like the show Friends. Did not like it at all. Monty Python. There you go, random. That's funny stuff. Did you know they're bringing back the theaters the Holy Grail? Monty Python's Holy Grail, bringing back the theaters because it's the 50th anniversary of it. That's what they said here in the States, anyway. Yeah. 50 years ago today, or not today, this year. We are here to find the Holy Grail. Go away, or I shall send me. Why don't you come back and chop down this tree with a herring and bring me back a little strawberry? Oh, probably just like, what's that Monty Python? Python snake? Nope, completely different Python. Spam, spam. Oh yeah, they don't eat their Snickers with a fork and knife. I like watching the old shows, like Sanford and Son. I could watch that all day long. I just think it's hilarious. It was ahead of its time too. But there's some interesting history about it, how they got started, how they kept it going. And Red Fox was like, after like the first couple of seasons, he insisted on getting a pay raise for the show was a hit, and I think mainly because they were black, they weren't getting paid as much for the show. But he stood his ground and said, "I'm not doing any more shows, no more seasons, unless you give me a pay raise." And the intro song does Sanford and Son. You big dummy. Oh, it was just some silly stuff. I like silly stuff like that. Sanford and Son. Beverly Hillbillies, and just mindless silliness, kind of things. They're always trying to make money and come up with a scheme how they're going to get out of the junk business and stuff. I did watch Quantum Leap a lot too. I forgot all about that show. And MacGyver. Yeah. Well, I'm eating an apple tart. You blocked JB. We've got a blocking war going on now. We're blocking people back and forth. Yeah, Sanford and Son was a good one. I used to watch the Dukes of Hazzard. There was this one show called The Fall Guy. They tried to make a movie about it. I didn't bother watching it. It looked stupid. What are some other ones that I used to watch all the time? The A-Team. Please tell me you guys watch the A-Team. B.A. Baracus, Mr. T. A pity fool. You watch those shows today, they're so cheesy. They're so cheesy and so unrealistic. A pity the fool. Just some Vietnam mercenaries for hire running around wreaking chaos and never getting in trouble with the law. And then the Dukes of Hazzard, you watch it now, it's silly as well. They're always running from the law, but then half the time they're standing right beside the law. Trey's here. How's it going, man? What are some other unrealistic aspects of these TV shows we used to admire? Yeah, you gotta advertise it for me, man. Put that window sticker on your car. That was tasty. I'm not sending anything else to Ramesh. His country hates me. Mirror sticker. Yeah, I gotta put it there. That was one of the challenges with my sticker that I pass out. You gotta put it in the truck stop bathroom stalls on the wall inside the stall, so when they're sitting there contemplating their life, they'll see a picture of me and a QR code. They're like, let's see what this guy's got to offer. I wonder if they got Wi-Fi here. I didn't even ask if they had Wi-Fi here. Why does this laptop get so dusty? It's been inside the house the whole time. I'm not even going to turn it on. It's like a prop, so people leave me alone. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't do it on here, can I? Nope. We can do a poll, though. I'm doing a poll real quick. Give me a second. Oh, gosh. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank. There you go. Ramesh is a member now. Give you a sleep stream. I snore and toss and turn. I probably talk in my sleep too. I think it'd be very embarrassing. Noah Store, 600 pounds. I don't think I want to record myself first and proof it before I started, if I ever decided to do anything like that on live. Yeah. The shit people do. Oh yeah, there's this one obese, super obese woman. Just you can't describe it. It's just insane amount of fat hanging off her body, and she wears like a bikini top, and so all her belly is showing. It's all over the place, and then she takes challenges from the chat. One time I came across her. She was eating a chocolate cake with her bare hand, a whole cake, and she's just sitting there eating it. And people were like, "Do this, do that," you know. And it's like, "Gosh, you people are gonna kill this lady." uh, just the amount of flatulence you would have, you'd get blocked. I don't think so. I think you'd be just fine. Yeah, but they were like rewarding her and praising her for eating this chocolate cake with her bare hands on camera, and hundreds of people watching her, just being kind of like their puppet, being the audience's puppet, and doing whatever they ask. You know, I'm not going to be a puppet. Being roasted. Get a light blue icon. Look at you, Ramesh, moving on up in the world. But I got this table full of all kinds of crap today. Maybe nobody will be staring at me and give me the evil eye. I know that's weird. Some of the people that get on these streams, they're like screaming at the camera. I don't know. I don't get it. I think they like the what's a word to use? Good word to use. It's just so radical, I guess, in a way, the way they're acting. It's not something that you'd normally see. And that's what draws people's attention. Get on with the aneurysm. People just do it for fun. There's this one guy, he had like a toy car and he's rubbing it on his head and going dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-dee, or something like that. And he had all kinds of people just sitting there telling him to rub something else on top of his head. And he had these different little props and toys. It's like so bizarre. Oh man. I was trying to watch this one show called Blacklist. It was pretty good. I think I had watched a couple episodes of it before, but I never got into it. It's got like 10 seasons. So it's going to be a great binge show. Blacklist, some criminal guy is like helping the FBI catch these other criminal people out there as well. I don't know, it's got some twists, a little bit of suspense. But it's, you know, the first couple episodes are pretty well done. So, I don't know. Something to kind of burn time with, you know. Yeah, don't get me started on ASMR. Gosh. Let me tap my microphone for you perverts out there. And it's always a young, attractive woman doing it too. Oh man. You've done other things for attention, but not ASMR. That's noble of you. But you haven't done them on the internet. So does it count, Wesley? If you haven't actually done it on the internet for other people to see and mock you, make fun of you? Malcolm AMSR. I did an extreme ASMR video. You guys haven't watched it. You gotta go to my channel and look for it. I have one ASMR video, extreme version. You mooned a crowd of 500 once. You were on stage rocking it, dude. I bet the crowd went wild too. And Stretchy Face, you're asking a lot of me, Random. What's your real first name, Random? All right, Trey. Have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. I can't remember. It's some um, it's some acronym, some BS thing. It's supposed to trigger you or something like that. You thought you had an Aussie, but turns out no. Well, you just got to bite a bat's head off on stage. It was a bat that he did. He like took the bat and ripped its head off with his teeth on stage. That was pretty drastic. And that was a crowd. That got a lot of buzz on the media. His name's Aaron. AA Ron. It's AA Ron. Balaki. Auditory, sensory, something response. Yeah. It tingles your senses when you hear little crinkly sounds or something. I don't know. It's weird. I know the world's full of freaks, and the world's always been full of freaks. But yeah, just scroll through the live streams on YouTube for a while, and you'll get to see a whole new level of freaks. You get AA Ron a lot. I know that's hilarious. Oh man. Yep. AA Ron, Balaki, Dinese. I'm telling you, if I was doing ASMR, people wouldn't tune into it. They wouldn't do it. Tarot cards and ASMR readings. Yep. I did the bird feeder thing. I've done it a few times. Set the camera up, let you guys watch the bird feeder. And I don't know if it's coincidence or maybe just somebody said that was a good idea. But like a couple days later, there were like 5 or 6 streams of bird feeders on YouTube Live, and I'd never seen them before. It's like everybody's like, "Ooh, I got a bird feeder. I've got a bird right on the side of this table from me. Look at this. He's right there, little bird. Hey, birdie. Oh, beep. He's talking to me. Come on over here. You want some crumbs? Let's see if he eats crumbs off my plate. Don't go anywhere, buddy. We'll see if he comes over here and eats the crumbs. I'll be real still. Check it out. This bird's gonna come over here. Yeah. No, it's a mockingbird. He's mocking me. Come on, little guy. I'm gonna sit real still and see if he comes over here. Nope. Flew away. That was so cool. The little guy was sitting on the chair across from me, just going beep, beep. I missed some of your comments because I was watching that bird. I thought he was going to jump over here on this table and eat those crumbs off the plate. John Doe. He had a robotic lawnmower and just let it ride around. That bird did the same thing as my hopes and dreams, just flew away. Come on, Johnny B. You can't be that bad. Let's look back. I missed some comments. Terry would be giving me hell for me. B-Rad or B-Radley. That's funny. It's just, I think the stuff, it won't last long though. I mean, how often are you going to be able to put your GoPro on a mower and get a bunch of people watching it? You know, it's going to get old real quick. I don't think your fan base is going to stay there with you for years if all you do is put a GoPro on a lawnmower. Well, 8:30. There was one guy on here that's super talented. I don't know how he does it. He's a video gamer. He streams the games that he's playing, but he's playing the game while on a unicycle. So he shows him his entire floor to ceiling, him on a unicycle. He's got this platform, that strap goes around him, and this platform that holds his keyboard and mouse. And he's sitting there playing like Fortnite or something while going back and forth on a unicycle. He's got a silly headband on and some big headphones, whatever, and then he's sitting there playing video games on a unicycle. I seen it 2 days ago. Isn't that crazy? Now that's talent. Put him in Cirque du Soleil. Yeah, that was. I was looking, I was like, is that real? I had to watch it for a few minutes. Some people just, yeah. If you just had the circus music playing in the background, it would have made it a lot better. I bet if I sit still long enough, maybe when these birds come out here and eat these crumbs. That one bird was looking at it too. That would have been so cool. Excuse me. $50 every 20 minutes. That's pretty good. $100 an hour. $200, $150 an hour. That's pretty good money. That is pretty good money. I told you guys about this one dude called Shep Gold. SHEP Gold. He normally streams at night around 9 o'clock Eastern time because he's on the West Coast. And he just sits there. He has his own album. He's just there with a guitar and he plays just different songs. He'll play like Tom Petty. He'll play, songs like that. And he takes little requests sometimes, but he's very picky too. He doesn't like to be told what to do. So he gets a good fan base, but if you go in there and like, your music sucks, or why aren't you playing the song I requested? He'll be like, all right, see you later. And he'll just block him, kick him right off right then and there. But he's got that's all he does is he plays guitar and he goes to the airport in Portland, Oregon, sets up a stage and just plays music. People give him tips. And John Denver and stuff like that. Yeah. And he just gets a huge crowd, and he gets some donations and stuff. He wasn't monetized at first, and then he was hesitant to even do it. You want a coffee refill? I still got a little bit left in here. He was hesitant, I was like, dude, you should do it, man. It's not a big deal. You give people be giving you take donations at the airport. What's the difference, And he started doing that. People were giving him $20, $50, $10, things like that over and over again. And so now he still does it every night, and he gets people donating him money all the time, and that's his living. He's a pretty good guitarist, and he sings pretty good too. But he sings like really chill kind of stuff. He's not doing anything. He's not doing Metallica or nothing like that, or Guns N' Roses or nothing like that. But he's got his favorite bands and artists and things like that. No, I do not. It's at home. I don't want to get up to go get a cup of coffee and YouTube sees it on my hip or something like that, and then I get blocked again. Yeah, I think I'll be okay here. My paranoia settled down from all that too, moving in a new place. I've got issues with paranoia. I need to go to the range again. Saturday mornings are the best time to go, the guy said. No, he won't do that one. Famous last words. I think I'll be fine. I'm on camera, live stream. You guys will be able to identify the killer. Anywho, what were we talking about again? Oh yeah, Shep Gold. Really cool guy. He's got he has really long hair, but a lot of times they'll put it up in a beanie cap. And he's got this room in his house that all this art that he's drawn and painted on the floors and the ceiling, all over the place too. She was yapping. I know. Why weren't people staring at her? At least she isn't like some of those people that take their phone and hold it out in front of them like this on speakerphone and scream at it while they're walking around. And then the volume's like super loud. In the Netherlands, huh? Wow, I didn't know you were in the Netherlands. That's kind of cool. Good morning, Nicole. How are you today? Are you increasing your skills at the pool table? Are you winning some games? Netherlands. I gotta scratch that off the map. I don't think I've scratched Netherlands off the map yet. There's a really singy birds out this morning. All the breakfast people are starting to show up. Oh, there's somebody in your spandex, your leggings, stretchy pants. Terry would be envious. Oh man, just don't talk. Yeah, Johnny B he's the guy in the background, just kind of laughing and nodding and watching. I like going to the range, but the ammunition's expensive. I need to get a little 22 pistol because the ammunition is so dirt cheap. I could take a ammo can, thousands of rounds, and be like $20. So and just do that at the range instead. Just pop, pop, pop. Some of those guys at the range, they got fully automatic stuff. This guy had a pistol with a silencer on it. Yeah, he was next to me. I could barely hear it, but he was hitting it dead on. And I stepped back and asked him a couple questions. He's like, "Yeah." He had this 8-inch silencer on this pistol. It is too, man. If you're planning on going there every week, that's an expensive hobby. No wonder you can't get your night vision goggles. Still in bed? You need to get up? Aw, you're in bed and you're watching me. I feel honored. I feel honored. Obviously, you were just checking your YouTube, and it came across all this lawn. I don't think you were like, "Ooh, is Malcolm on live right now?" Let's see what people said about that. Now, see, this is what I don't get. I said best sitcom, Friends, Seinfeld, and other in comments. 50% of people said other in comments, but they didn't put anything in the comments. 1,000 rounds, $260. It'll last a while. Yeah. I know. I just got a price check. Do some stuff. I don't know. Maybe he was a hitman. He had a whole duffel bag full of stuff, like you would see on TV or something like that. It's so different. Cowboys firing from the hip. Yeah, silencer would be nice. It's expensive though. I don't even think you can attach it to a Glock, can you? I don't think so. I don't see how you would. I don't know. Probably have to buy like an extended barrel to put in there and all this other stuff. You know. Yeah, they probably frown on you walk around with a silencer on it. And some of the laws are kind of silly too, about different grips you can put on weapons. Molotov cocktails. There you go. You don't need a license to have that. You just gotta be 21 or older for a Molotov cocktail. I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna say something. I totally forgot what it was. My mind has gone blank again. How much you get for each kill? Well, Johnny's like in Chicago. And not like the high rises and gated communities of Chicago either. So he's probably got a reason to be carrying something around all the time. if I get more super chats and different donations on my YouTube channel, I could afford to do stuff like that more. I wonder if there's a. I want to go to an outdoor range. Is there an MSRP? You mean on like pistols and stuff themselves, or the ammunition? I don't know what you're talking about. It's like an ATO question. Oh man. Oh, the Masters are this Sunday. Tomorrow. Man, and when I worked at the Ritz-Carlton, which is still like an hour away from Augusta, these people would come in. There's 4 golf courses around the Ritz. This is the lodge. It's out on this lake, and they had 4 golf courses. The week before Masters, that place was insane. The rooms, they jack up the prices during the Masters week, and for obvious reasons. And these grown men, 4, maybe 6, would split one room, and they'd all just crash in the room because the room was so expensive, just so they could play golf on these expensive golf courses during Masters week. I felt bad for them in a way. I was like, really? Damn. And they come to the Ritz, and they'd pile into a room, sleeping on the floor, the couches, and the beds, or whatever, just so they could play golf. I never like golf that much. Never have. I don't see the appeal in it. I think it's quite boring. Yeah. And then they would drive, because getting a hotel room in Augusta during Masters Week is insane. But these people would pay $1,000 a night to stay an hour away and drive into Augusta every day. Yeah. I think it would have been just cheaper to get in Augusta. But I guess room space available type stuff's not, not a reality for Augusta during the Masters week. And they would be so demanding too. They're all getting drunk. They're all playing golf. And yeah. I don't know. I never understood the appeal for golf. So the muzzle flash won't come in from. So they won't see where it's coming from. That's how it is in that damn game I play. Oh, there's a pop, and I'm dead in the game. Damn it, where did that come from? I was playing the game yesterday for a little bit. I got on this different server that I normally don't play on. And they were team killing and just making the game difficult and stuff. And I was like, screw this, I'm out of here. And I was like, no wonder you guys are losing. Yeah. We're getting drunk? No, we're not getting drunk. Getting high off coffee. It is time for a refill. I'm going to let that line die down just a little bit because I'm leaving all my stuff out here while I go in there and get a refill. So if all my stuff goes missing, you guys have my email address, and you can email me. We'll track it down. But I have an Android phone, and I have a HP computer. If it's not Apple, it's not going to get stolen. So I got nothing to worry about, right? In the Zaza. Oh, here comes the moped guy. No, that's a motorcycle guy. I was hoping we get to see a dual mopeds this morning. Remember Crackhead Steve that went down? Oh, thanks, Johnny B. They don't want Samsung. They only want Apple products. So yeah. Still, yeah, yell at him in text. Use all caps. Hey, put that phone back down. Oh, that'd be funny. All right, I'm gonna go in and get a refill. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can see the building. And I'll be right back. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Everything is still here. Did I miss anything, guys? Everybody's paying each other's bills. I want to say lady behind the counter had Sasquatch arms and a 5 o'clock shadow. I think it's safe to say they weren't born a woman, but to each their own. Yeah. They had more of a 5 o'clock shadow than I could ever even have. And it's 8 in the morning. But anyway. Hey, Skylene, how's it going? Good morning to you. Thank you for joining me. Oh, somebody else did a super chat. Thanks, guys. Who else did the super chat? Oh, Daniel. Thank you, sir. Yeah, those some hairy arms and 5 o'clock shadow. It's hard for my brain to comprehend. I guess I'm just narrow-minded or something. I don't know. But yeah, she was nice, pleasant. I don't know what else to say. Let's skip that subject. Go to somewhere else. I shouldn't have brought it up. I shouldn't even brought it up. Oh man. So let's go ahead and ask the question: should men be playing in women's sports? I know this can be a controversial question, but I don't think they should. That's why it's always been that's why they've been separated for so long, because the competition isn't equal. Yeah, same thing, Johnny B. You can do whatever you want. Just don't. The same thing with religion and whatever you want to do with your life. As long as you're not hurting anybody else or forcing it in on somebody else, then do whatever you want. But the men playing women's sports is just not fair. The anatomy and the muscles that men have compared to women, generally speaking, they don't match. They don't match. It's just you see these people in these relay races, and then they hand it off to the new girl, and she just blows them all away. You know, like, oh, celebrate. I'm like, no. It's like video games. You got to have cheat codes to win. You know. That's the same thing as having cheat codes on a video game. That's exactly what it is. Yep. You show up as a woman, and then you've got this super ability that nobody supposedly knows or recognizes, and then you just completely slaughter them. That's exactly what it is. They got cheat codes. Video game cheat codes. Oh, man. This coffee's really good. It's not lava coffee like it was last week. I had to wait 10 minutes for it to cool down before I could take my first sip. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Uh-oh. Daniel. It's like, can we focus on more important things in life? Just go against Floyd Mayweather or something like that. It doesn't have to be Mike Tyson. It could be any male boxer. But you see, they don't do that. There was one 98 degrees in Texas. Damn. Damn, nature, you scary. She's very attractive. That Amanda Serranos, female boxer, she's pretty kick-ass, I have to say. I've been following. She's going to match that same girl again this summer, I think. We're gonna have another rematch where the other girl headbutted her and busted her eye open, but she kept fighting. She refused to quit. Just blood all down her face, and she kept boxing. That's pretty damn tough. She got it all stitched up, and but yeah, she's wanting another rematch. And when they did their face-off, you know how the boxers and stuff like that, the little publicity face-off, she showed it with like headgear on to make fun of the other girl for headbutting her. It's like she's like, I'm gonna be careful, make sure she doesn't headbutt me in this face-off. But you could tell that's like one of her moves. I did not read your comment. Women are the best fighters, only at home. Yeah, that's why I'm single. Yep, best fighters at home. Been so peaceful. So all the women in here, why do you have to be so argumentative at home and places? I just want to meet a woman who's like super chill, kind of just goes with the flow. And just not looking for drama. I don't think they exist. Just saying. They want to have power and control. You know, the tables have turned. We're not in the 50s and 60s where the man earned all the money and the woman stayed at home with the kids and did the house cleaning, all that stuff. And now women and men both have jobs and they participate. But it seems like they want to like take it to the extreme and have that power where they just push you around all the time. And yeah, they got to be dominant in everything, control. It's all right. I'm not in a hurry. If somebody comes along that way, that's fine. If they don't, they don't. Whatever. I got Robert. He's pretty cool. He's pretty chill. Oh man, he's pretty chill. I didn't ask him if they had any Wi-Fi here. I meant to do that. So I get my laptop up. We can look up some stuff while we're sitting here. I'm sure they do have Wi-Fi. We're not talking about you, Blue. I don't know you well enough yet. I have to meet you in person. And even then, we have to, you know, it's like you meet somebody and you're still going to have to wait after 2 or 3 dates, if you will, before you come across and what you're actually looking for. Before they show their true colors. I want your true colors shining through. And there's Big City Bread Cafe. I need their damn password. Train Blue 15 years ago. Oh, really? What's a sitcom? It's a TV show. Just a basic 30-minute TV show. Well, dang it. I'm going to run and ask them what their Wi-Fi password is. Be right back. Their Wi-Fi password is Bacon Biscuit. That's their Wi-Fi password. Biscuit's a weird word to spell. Is it just me, or did anybody else think the word biscuits kind of got a funky spelling to it? Oxford Dictionary. Stolen banana peppers. You got to learn each other and appreciate each other, respect each other. I'm not one to give any advice. I am not in that position to give anybody advice about anything. Yep, not my thing. What's going on in the world today? Oh, they're coming out with a brand new Star Wars movie. And they said it's going to have a whole different story. It's like a fresh start. So they're coming out with a brand new Star Wars, still in a galaxy far, far away, but a whole different storyline, starting from scratch. So if you're a Star Wars fan, they're just starting filming of it like now. So it's going to be 2 years, 3 years before it comes out probably. But yeah, a whole brand new Star Wars movie's coming out. But it's Disney, so take it with a grain of salt, I guess. So you can crack the interview. Other in comments is the best show. Yeah. Oh, you gotta win them over by being a freak, and then you calm down over time. I'll keep that in mind, Wesley. That's good. Good advice. Yeah, brand new Star Wars movie. It's crazy. Bunch of political news, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm sure they'll have some other sexual orientation, neutral stuff going on with that too. Call me an old fuddy-duddy. I just don't see why it has to be the topic of conversation all the damn time. You know? I just don't understand why it's got to be thrown in everybody's face all the damn time. This is all the things we could be talking about in the world, and that seems to be the main focus. I don't know what the new name of the movie is going to be. You probably have to check Disney's website to find out, or just Google it online. I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. I got the internet right. Let's see if I can find out. New Star Wars movie. Click. Let's see what it says. The next Star Wars movie is going to be The Mandalorian and Grogu. I don't even know what Grogu is. The Mandalorian series was pretty kick-ass. I never watched any of it. It got real popular. Really, Johnny B? You want Jim Carrey to play MLK? Yeah, that'll go over really well. Let me tell you something. Fire Marshal Bill. It isn't good with the mustache and beard. Oh, yeah. Fire Marshal Bill. I have a dream. Have Black Little Mermaid. Yeah, why not? Alrighty then. That'll derail so fast. We can't go there, can we? It'd be a mixture of Ace Ventura and Fire Marshal Bill. Yeah, something like that. I don't know how the big speech would go though. I have a dream speech. That'd be kind of wild. Yeah. At the end of the speech, you'd be like, oh, alrighty then. I don't know. It just seems so stupid. Oh. Well, you want to be inclusive. You got to add everybody into it, right? No boundaries, no restrictions. Just saying. You got this 7-foot behemoth trans woman playing Obi-Wan Kenobi or something like that. Anyway. They say it's going to have all new cast and everything. Oh my gosh. It's so silly. It's so silly. Oh gosh. What other movies could they do? I mean, they could probably make movies of like the founding fathers writing the Constitution. You got a bunch of different ethnicities and stuff because they want to make it equal, but not historically accurate. Oh gosh. But they still won't let a black person play Jesus. Why not? I don't think he was some scrawny white guy with like 6-pack abs and flowing brown hair. I don't. Why can't they let a black guy play Jesus in all these Christian movies they keep putting out? I think that'd be more accurate than what they depict now. You don't have to apologize, Sloraya. You got your hair did. Well, that's fancy. I should. I'm on my phone, so I can't text Terry to find out what's going on with him. So they got her hair did. It's got your hair did, not done. In jury, you got to go to the jury section. Instead of jewelry, they say jury. I'm in Walmart. It's like customs assistance in the jury section. We're having trial here in Walmart. It's jewelry. Enunciate. You hear that? And that's not just this Walmart. Almost every Walmart I've gone to around the South, somebody will come over the intercom and say that. Customer needs assistance in the jury section. Jury, jury section. That's court order at jury section. Oh, that's hilarious. It's jewelry. Oh man. Anywho. I got called up for jury duty, not jewelry duty, but jury duty. But I no longer live in that county, so I don't have to worry about it. I just got to show up and say, look, I don't live in this county anymore. And they're like, all right, go home. Nobody wants to do jury duty. Who wants to sit there and watch some case and get paid $20 a day? It's like, or $25. The Brazen Bull? Bring back the Brazen Bull. I'm not familiar with the Brazen Bull. Go to jail. Nope. Yep. Well, you have to be in another county prior to the issuing of the jury summons. So you never know when the jury summons is coming. So if you wanted to avoid it for that reason, you probably have to move every 6 months. Yep. You have to move out of the county every 6 months. Just be a nomad, traveling nomad, and then you can get out of jury duty that way. That's all it takes. Because there's a line in there that says no longer resident of this county. I don't know if that's the same way in every state, but in Georgia it is. So. Can't they put a bench warrant out for you if you don't show up? If you don't show up for jury duty, can they just put up a bench warrant for you? And they hunt you down if you get pulled over? Like, hey, you're supposed to be at jury duty last week. I'm like, I never got the letter. You could say that, because they mail it to you. Skipped everyone since you're 18. You gotta be picked. There's one trolley. Bias against that person, yep. Huh. Jury duty. Certain people are eligible to be exempt from, or excused. Oh, if you're over 70 years old in Georgia, you can't be on jury duty. So you live past 70, you think you're too senile and judgmental to be in a jury. Read the summons closely and follow the instructions. You got to fill out the survey, some other stuff like that. Jury duty is where you have to go sit in a court and decide if somebody's guilty or innocent. It says here, if you fail to respond to a jury summons, you may be subject to a fine or other penalties. Got the gold question. I know. You must appear in person. And then they'll ask you questions to determine if you could be fair, honest, or impartial juror for a trial. Yeah. Just go up there wearing a NWA shirt or something like that. F the police. Shirts like, I'm ready, boy, let's do this. My name is Earl. That's a great show. I can't believe they canceled that show. They had like 5 seasons and they canceled it. He was on a roll, and that was before COVID too. They canceled it. You'd write in Malcolm on Meshy. Thanks a lot, Daniel. Thanks a lot, Daniel. Appreciate that. You write in my name. That'd be funny. You don't. Let's see here. Write in my name. Good morning, Loki. How are we doing today? We're talking about jury summons. We've kind of our conversation has veered from sitcoms to trans people to Star Wars and now jury duty. And they had Raising Hope. I didn't watch Raising Hope, but My Name Was Earl was classic. I mean, it was just great. It was so simple yet hilarious at the same time. I loved watching that show. My name's Earl. And he never could keep his eyes open during every time he got his picture taken. I gotta find this one right here. Jury duty. Jury. Not jewelry duty. Jury duty. Oh man. It was a great show. I like the intro to the show where the little old lady in the car hits him and she's looking around like, what did I hit? They always find the smallest old lady they can find to do those shows in a car like that where they can barely see over the dash. What's the 21st of April? Is that next Monday? Not this Monday, but the next Monday? That's when I gotta show up. I'm looking at the, I have a picture of the jury summons. Parks and Recreation. Yeah, people have told me about Parks and Recreation, but I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. $4.20 Easter. Get your THC infused Easter eggs. I'm surprised that video didn't get more hits. A bunch of potheads going, oh shit, yeah man, it is on 420. Dispensaries are really expensive. Oh yeah, you could wear Taxi. Yeah, that's my dad, Joe. He liked the Taxi show. I liked it too. My favorite episode is the one about the yellow light. Easter traditions, eating a roasted rabbit. What does the yellow light mean? Slow down. What does the yellow light mean? That was like that's really the only episode I remember of Taxi. But yeah, when they did that was every time they'd ask him, he'd say it slower and slower, or they tell him and he'd say it slower and slower over again. That is just hilarious, and it fit the character so well. It was just great. 421.25. As bad as some months. You only cook them in the winter. Did Raising Hope. That's so weird. So they just respun the whole show of My Name is Earl into this thing called Raising Hope. Was it funny? Was it good? If it's decent, I'll check it out, Eric. I don't know. Raising Hope. I don't think I've ever even heard of it. I don't know. Same vibes and everything. All right. Raising Hope. I wish I'd have known that before. I would have watched them already then. Raising Hope, Raising Hope. If I say it over and over again, I'll remember it. Raising Hope, Raising Hope. Do I get corner gas? What's corner gas? I don't know what corner gas is. You'll have to explain that to me. No idea. Oh, on this day in history, Tiger Woods, the first person of color to win the Masters. So there, if you're a golfer, there's your tidbit for the day. How many Masters did... It's a sitcom, Corner Gas. I've never heard of that before. Is that a Canadian show? Corner Gas. From 2004 to 2009, it had 6 seasons. Huh. It's not available for me to stream, though. Well, yeah, it is. I can get it on the Roku channel with commercials. And it's got good ratings, too. No, Corner Gas is a regular show. I'm looking at it right now. They have an animated version of it, but originally they had the show. There's been a movie, and now there's Corner Gas animated. Yeah, they followed it up with an animated version of it. I still want to see Raising Hope, though. If it's like My Name is Earl, I'm going to dig it. Oh, there's like the IT Crowd. Have you ever seen that one? It's a British show. These IT nerds are in the basement of this building, office building. You know, the shenanigans go on back and forth with office workers upstairs. It's got a lot of dry humor in it. I thought it was hilarious. And being kind of a nerd in a way that I am with computers and stuff, I watched it. It had a lot of good, a lot of good stuff in it. I mean, the first thing somebody called down to the IT office in the basement, and the first thing we say is, that, "Did you turn it off and back on again?" All right, hold on. That was the go-to solution every single time someone would call. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Oh, it took it a small town in your province. That's cool. It's like a little diner type thing. If you haven't seen IT Crowd, I think you could stream it for free. And if you like computers and that kind of stuff. And it was back when flip phones, so it wasn't smartphones. So it was filmed like in the early 2000s. But it's hilarious. You got one guy's like really super nerdy, and the other guy that's like arrogant about with his job. And then they hired this manager, a woman, who is completely clueless. She faked her interview to get the job as manager of the IT office. Yeah. It was good. IT Crowd. I don't have a pen. I gotta write this stuff down. I'll never remember it. I have a pen in here somewhere. Got this backpack with all this crap in here. I'm watching you have nothing to write with in here. Nope. I got a USB cable, some jump drives, a microphone set. What's that? Oh, that's part of the USB cable. There's basically nothing in here. So, it's a Canadian 70s show. Okay. That looks cool. We haven't seen Crackhead Carl on his moped this morning like we did last week. This guy last week on a moped was driving by, and he looked like a straight up crackhead. He was kind of leaning off the side, had a cigarette sticking out of his mouth, a little helmet just barely sputtering up the hill on his moped. That was great. Maybe he's strung out from last night. He still hasn't made it out of bed. Nowhere to go. Yeah, not much of a crowd today with being 42 degrees outside. Last week it was nice. It was like in the 60s, and this place was completely packed inside and out. But this week, they're like, I don't want to go there if that weirdo's going to have his camera up. Sitting there talking to himself on camera all day long. I don't understand that either. People are on their phones 24/7. Every store you get into, you're on camera. Everything has cameras. People's cars have cameras on them and stuff like that. It's just, people are weird. What are some other good sitcoms to talk about and check out that I don't know about? Something new. Vermin Supreme. Crackhead Carl. Yep. I just made the name up. I don't know if his name's actually Carl or not. Later, dude. My dad just called me dude. That's kind of off. All right. Well, later, dude. Peace out, homie. Catch you on the flip side. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, I've seen I haven't watched it. I've seen the previews for it a few times. It looks like it could be good. I don't know. Some actors just kind of put me off. And the one guy that plays the main part in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm not crazy about that guy. And I saw him in the previews, like, I don't think I'm gonna like this show. I don't think I'm gonna like it. That's why I never watched it. That's cool. That's a good little history bit about that. I think that's what made it so good then. They didn't really have to make everything up from scratch. They had kind of like a base to work off of. Some people can relate to that. I'm sure almost everybody knows somebody in a trailer park at one point or another. And there's surprisingly a lot of trailer parks around this town, on the outskirts of this town. It's amazing how many trailer parks are still up with the rusted tin roofs and tires on top of them and stuff like that. I mean, you gotta live somewhere. I get it. I'm just surprised that things are still up. They're probably built in the 70s or something like that. Man, all this coffee, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I gotta walk away again. Sorry, guys. I'll be back again. I'm back again. Sorry, guys. Cougar Town. Bad name for the show, but it's good. What else should we get into today? We've been talking about sitcoms and stuff. And we saw that Tiger Woods was the first person of color to get a win the Masters. Oh, the first Pony Express reaches Sacramento, California on this day in history in 1860. Oh, Apollo 13 had the famous quote, "Okay, Houston, we have a problem." I don't know how accurate this stuff is. I'm just on a random website. Kind of a crappy one. The one from History Channel is better. They give you everything. Nerd Britannica, History.net. History.com. There it is. Yeah, continue terms, joint cookies, blah, blah, blah. Sure you don't want to sign up? No. I don't know. Was it not giving me the thing I want? Oh, there it is. This day in history. I might learn something today, guys. You never know. There's that bird again. It's the same bird again. He's across the table from me. There's two of them. They're eyeballing my plate. He wants his plate so bad. Come on, little guy. There he is. Let's see if he comes over. Nope, flew away again. Dang it. He wants to come over here so bad. He keeps seeing his plate, but he sees me at the same time. He just sits on that chair on the other table and just stares at me. That'd be so cool if he jumped over here within like 2 feet of me and started eating the crumbs out of that plate. There's a little bird that comes on my bird feeder, a yellow warbler. Not afraid of anything. I mean, bird feeder's like right in my face as I'm filling it. He'll fly down and start eating out of it. It's kind of crazy for a wild bird. Oh, they brought back the $2 bill in this day in history back in '76. It was discontinued. They introduced the discontinued and never popular $2 bill back into the nation's currency. Nobody likes it. We got rid of it once. We're bringing it back. I think $2 bill is going to be something. Now if you spend a $2 bill, they're like, is this real? Yes. Or dollar coins. People question you when you spend a dollar coin or a $2 bill. They think you're... Yeah, I've got my own personal mint at the house, and I'm stamping out coins. Such a lucrative business at $1 a piece. You know. $2 bill. I've got an original $2 bill before they put the "In God We Trust" on it. So that's kind of cool. The back of it's totally different. Has some red lines in it and things like that, and the artwork on the back of the $2 bill, which normally you just see like black and green. What? Damn. This day in history in 1360. I wonder who wrote this down. A hailstorm killed 1,000 English troops in France. That'd be some hellacious hailstorm. It's called Black Monday in 1360. Killed an estimated 1,000 English soldiers in Chartres, France. Sacagawea $1 coin. He totally was casino money. Sacagawea. Damn, can you imagine? You're a general of your troops. You come out of your tent and 1,000 of them are laying dead with giant chunks of ice all around them. I'd probably freak out, especially in 1360. Like, oh, that's a sign, boys. We're out of here. Time to go back. You guys can have it, France. We get it. We get it. But sire, it was a storm that did it. That's a sign, brother. I'm out of here. That'd be my impersonation. my my depiction of that day. What in the hell is going on out here? Some guy shows up, bruises all over him. He's like, sire, you wouldn't understand. God has punished us. We must go back. Dang near lost 1,001 men out there today. To a damn hailstorm. Holy shit. And they had some kind of tents, right? In 1360? Wouldn't they have some kind of tents to protect just from the weather themselves? They weren't like just laying out on the ground in the wintertime. Well, I guess if it's this day in history, it'd be April in France. It'd still be cold out, but I'm sure they had some kind of tent, some kind of makeshift shelters they slept in. I don't know. I'm speculating. And they may not even been asleep. They could have been just out that day. He said they were. It doesn't say anything about them being asleep. It just says they were killed. So they're marching along, and then just this hailstorm comes along, starts pelting everybody. They think France has got this new weapon, chucking snowballs and killing people. They're like, you know what? We're gonna regroup and rethink this approach into France. Good gosh, man. That is just crazy. Man, a couple other U.S. forces, Union forces, surrendered at Fort Sumter in 1861. This is a bad day in history. It's a 13th too. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. With the hailstorm thing, I need more information on that. That just seems a very unique story. Let's read into that. Were they just walking along or something like that? And then it said the storm and devastation it caused also played a part in the 100 Years' War between England and France. Could beat us up with snowballs? I'll show you. Wow. That's crazy. You know they had all these superstitions. They really didn't know they didn't know everything in 1360, right? Oh, got runners. The girl like in a little cheerleader outfit. It's like 45 degrees outside. She's walking around like it's 80. Anyway. I got too much damn energy. The French refused to engage in direct fights and stayed behind protective walls throughout the winter, and while King Edward pillaged the countryside. So yeah, they probably did think, like, what? How did they do this? How did they freeze all these chunks of ice and throw them all at us at that rate and kill 1,000 people? Oh gosh. Somebody recorded this. I'm just reading on it. It's like King Edward burned the Paris suburbs on his way into Chartres, I guess is how you pronounce it. They were camped outside the town. A sudden storm materialized. Lightning struck, and it killed several people. And hailstorms began pelting the soldiers, scattering the horses. Oh my gosh. Some men died on horseback. two of the English leaders were killed in a panic set amongst the troops who had no shelter from the storm. And yep. Heavy losses suffered by the English were seen by many as a sign from God. It's like, that would be I would probably have to take that as a sign from God too, especially in 1360. Like, I don't think we're supposed to be here. We burned down a couple of places. We got to go back. This is too much. Oh my gosh. It was a sign from God. King Edward was convinced to negotiate a peace treaty with the French, and on May 8th, the same year, the Treaty of Breganty was signed, marking the end of the first phase of the 100 Years' War, thanks to a hailstorm. Holy shit. Wow. And King Edward agreed to renounce all claims to the throne of France, though he was given control of land in the north of the country. And they start fighting again 9 years later. That's crazy. That is just a very funny and interesting and tragic story all wrapped into one. Jeez. I wonder what size those would have. That'd be like softball size or bowling ball size. I mean, I don't know. That had to be some heavy duty hail. All hail, all hail. Exactly, Eric. All hail, damn it. No. Hail from the sky. Hail, you say? All right, enough with the puns. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I didn't even know this, but as I read it, they saw it as a sign from God, and they signed a peace treaty later, about a month later. All right, Wesley, thanks for swinging by. We're going to be on for like another 15 minutes. Damn. And you go back to you go back home, and your wives are like, my dear, what happened? You wouldn't believe it if I told you. And then the wife is like, I told you shouldn't have gone to that war. Even at 1360, she'd be badgering the guy. I told you not to go. Told you not to go. It's not right. If you'd just listened to me and stayed home, you wouldn't have got beaten up by that hailstorm. God wouldn't be punishing you. Oh, sorry, women, but I imagine that's what happened too. Poor guys just saw God strike down 1,000 men and hit him with lightning. And he comes back home, and the wife's just nagging him about it. Quiet, woman. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You had to be so brave and noble and go fight for the king. And what did it get you? Nothing. A broken arm and our farm's dried up. Oh, gosh. They were throwing ice at us, I tell you. Whatever. We got stuff to do here at the house. We don't listen to your fairy tales about your war in France. Oh, gosh. That could be a show all in its own. And somebody just said, which is true, reality is funnier than fiction. I wonder how you could do a spoof of that on a show. Just a 30-minute spoof. It'd have to be Monty Python or somebody like that doing it to make it funny, make it worthwhile. That is just insane. And they quoted it here as like a sudden storm materialized. Lightning struck and then the hail came down. Just beat the hell out of him. Oh gosh. I can only imagine. I can just only imagine. I'm enthralled by this story. I can't stop. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I looked this up. That's just insane. write a crazy book on truth tales with Terry. I'm sure you got some good stories out there too. Oh no, am I in trouble? Some cook guys coming out looking at me. I bought a pastry and 2 cups of coffee. Give me a hard time. I'm a paying customer. I don't know if yours would have your book would have to come with an age restriction, Terry. Must be 18 or older to read this book. Not meant for younger audiences. Certain restrictions do apply. See store for details. It's a bright sunny day and there's absolutely nobody out here today. What was so special about last weekend versus this weekend? I don't know of any events going on. Maybe that could be another series. Reenacting this day in history. And see if you can guess the story. That is just too damn funny. Oh, thanks, Richard. I look delicious today. I'm flattered. Yeah, I did have a pastry and coffee. I don't know if that's what you mean. I look delicious today. Palm Sunday today. Oh yeah. It's one of those 4 times a year everybody goes to church. Yeah, that's what it is. The major holiday goers. Drunk History was a good show. Yeah, it was pretty good. I haven't seen that show in a while either. Drunk History, yeah. I should start watching that again. Palm Sunday, I wasn't even thinking about. I used to be Catholic. I don't keep up with it anymore. Yeah, next weekend will be 4/20 Easter. What's funny is that as a Catholic, you have Palm Sunday, right? You have Ash Wednesday back, and then you have Palm Sunday now. But all these Protestant churches will celebrate it too. In their own little way, we'll have like a sunrise service. I don't know. They reject so much of the Catholic faith, and then they practice certain parts of it that they like. Not for me anymore. That was a pretty good. I'm glad I stumbled on that story. Glad I did. That was good stuff. I brought all this garbage with me for no damn reason, just so I would look more organized. Bonfire was really nice last night. If you didn't see that, did a bonfire episode for about an hour. Had a nice roaring fire. I just left it. It was almost out. I just let it burn the rest of the night. It didn't. My house survived. The yard's fine. So yeah, no big deal. It's not the Boy Scout way, though. You're supposed to put it out before you leave it. But I said, screw it. It's in a concrete pit, so I don't think it was just coals and stuff like that. I wasn't worried about it like spreading. But I had so much brush and limbs and stuff that I've been gathering around the yard over the past month. Burned all that stuff up. No trash. I wasn't burning trash, just wood. My ex used to do that crap. She would I had a small fire pit I made in the yard, and she would go out there and just burn the most random stuff. she'd get blackout drunk or something and just go out there and just burn all kinds of. She'd burn clothes. She'd burn seat cushions, garbage. She would just take a bag of garbage out there and start throwing it piece by piece in the fire. Weird. Totally weird. Little cuckoo. Cuckoo. Corner gas. What was the other one? Anyway, this day in history. Let's look at my channel. How my channel's growing. My channel's growing because of you guys being so awesome. I'm up to 3,731 subscribers. Working out pretty good. And I have all my viewers to thank tuning in. Nobody wants to say anything else in the chat? We're just kind of riding it out to the end. Everybody was like full steam, throwing all kinds of stuff in the comments. Now it's just like, last thing was Drunk History was a good show. Have I lost you guys' attention? Is that what it is? Yeah, I have more subs than I do hours. I had to privatize some of my previous videos, which knocked my hours down for other reasons. I had to. So I'm technically at 2,300 hours for the year. I got to get up another 1,700 hours to break the 4,000 hour mark on the channel. Yep. Let's see. Anybody else? Anywho, let's see if I can. Nope, I can't do that. People still think Other Than Comments is the best show ever. What? I don't think people understood that. Or I have to be more. I gotta pump. I pump out. I have live streams every day except Saturdays. Every single day. They got 2 comments. I didn't see anything in the comments. How many lives do you normally do, Eric? Do you pump up? You have like a live stream every single day? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. I may put the bird feeder on live stream again today, but it's best early in the morning when all the birds are waking up and they want to hit all the feeders. And I found this new one. It's called a. Oh crap! It's some kind of warbler, but he's black and white. He's got like a zebra stripe on his chest. Little bitty guy. I'd never seen it before. I had to look it up. But he was on the bird feeder. There's an app called Merlin. I've told about it many times before, where it listens to the birds around you and tells you what birds are in your area based on the chirps and everything they do. And, yep. But this one wasn't making any noise, and he only showed up for a minute. And when I looked at the map, my area is basically migratory for this bird. So he was just passing through. So, but I got the usual cardinals, bluebirds, sparrows, cowbird, nuthatch, things like that. So, plenty of them out there. And they're always chirping up a storm in the backyard like crazy. That hailstorm thing, though. I wonder if they did a drunk history on that one. I should look that one up. You're totally random on your streams? Do you ever schedule your streams? Are you just like, I'm going live, screw it? If you send me your, I can send you one of my stickers. I had these made up, the custom QR code. If you email me your address, Eric, I can send you one in the mail. You can place it. The challenge is to take the sticker and place it in a truck stop gas station inside the stall. So if somebody's in there contemplating their life decisions, they'll see my picture or my QR code in front of them. See if I get some randos like Terry on here to join the stream. Well, I'm gonna get off here. It looks like it's just you and I, Eric, on here. Everybody else kind of left. I only do like 2 hours on Sunday mornings anyway. But if you're watching this stuff, like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz. Leave some comments, whatnot. And I'll probably be on again sometime later today for you guys to watch. And definitely be on tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So have yourself a great day, guys. Thanks for watching and hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.